Hey everybody, welcome back to Slingin Dirt. That's right, we're back for another week, man. We got a heck of a show for you today. We're going to talk cost of racing.
Yeah, that can be a big price tag. We got Sean Manning interview.
We got the fan of the week.
And we got a tech tip on some super slick stuff.
And of course, all too popular and familiar, Songer Says. So stay tuned, it's Slingin Dirt. Hey everybody, welcome back to Slingin Dirt TV. That's right, I'm Buddy Ray, the world's fastest go nowhere B-Mod racer. And right next to me, JP3 or...
the second fastest go nowhere B-Mod driver.
That makes you slower than me.
Some days.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, have you ever finished higher than me in the future? Oh, no, never mind. Bad point. What about points?
Oh, you're going to go with points, are you?
We're going to go with points.
God, you just do anything to try to make me look bad, but you know what?
I make you look good. You're with me.
Right. Just let's get on with the show.
Let's get on with the show. I tell you what, today we were talking, and this is a good subject. I've had kind of a serious subject: the cost of racing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I've had a lot of people, and the way I brought this up to you is, I had some people ask me, how can you justify it? I've had people go, oh my God, do you know how expensive this is? It's a $30 pit pass. I'm like, yeah, you're telling me I've only done it for 20 years.
And then you multiply that by your crew.
Well, yeah, you take 20 years times 20 nights a year. That's 400 nights by my math. At 400 nights, you take that times $30 a pit pass on average. Well, that's a lot of money that I can't calculate that quick.
Well, and not only that, we all know that racing is not something we do to gain money. I mean, face it, unless you're, NASCAR, big time drivers, you don't get paid to do this. You do it because you love it. There's also the cost that it takes just to repair your car. You know, simple thing like my incident at I-80's practice where, I broke part of the frame.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking an arm, a yoke, a bent shock, this and that, and then next thing you know, it's $1,000 bill, and people just go, "Oh, how do you do it?" And it's like, you just do, because that's what you do. And like it's what we were talking about too. Is we don't have all these vices. You don't go gambling every day at the casino. We don't drink and smoke.
I might go to the casino twice in a year, and probably one of those 2 times I go to the casinos for a concert there in the Whiskey Roadhouse. But it's really sad when I go into a casino and I see an 80-year-old toking on the O2 tank, smoking a carton of Marlboros, drinking a 5th of whiskey, and it looks like they're just flushing away their life savings. And I'm like, wow, here's how I justify racing. I don't chase bars, I don't chase women, I don't go out and do drugs,
Sure.
I do 2 things: I fish and I race.
And I race and I hunt.
Yeah.
And that's the things that we do, and that takes up 2/3 of our year. And then there's the downtime that we work on our race cars.
And then, like I was telling you, racing has opened so many doors for me. I've got an incredible job at Joe's Karting. I learned a lot from the manager there, but it's a racetrack too. So what I've learned at the dirt track level with the guys, I can put forth that kind of stuff, at Joe's Karting on the promotional side, running the races there, teaching my crew stuff. I've bought my house, I've bought vehicles, I bought stuff, and it was all people from racing. To me, it seems like the racing family, it takes care of its own.
Well, and that's how we met, if you remember.
Well, yeah, you came to me and said, "Bud, you're so fast. You want a feature? Can you help me?"
I think it's more like, this is how the story really went, is more like Buddy put an ad on Dirt Drivers. I had no clue who Buddy Ray was because he's so famous in his own mind. He needed a truck and a trailer to go pick up your Dirt Works, I think it was.
My Prowler.
Or your Prowler. And I didn't know him from Adam, but I'm a racer. It's a racing family. I said, take my truck and trailer and go.
I think we scaled your car before that, though.
No, we didn't. We didn't even know each other before.
We pitted next to each other.
No, we did not.
Wow, just that explains a lot.
It does.
So
you're a dreamer. But anyways, back to the cost of racing. Racers help each other out. You know, you break something, somebody gives you something, or they got a spare. You know, it happens all the time. We swap equipment and stuff all the time. Whatever we need, you know, other guys too. You can't justify the cost, and please don't let your wife sell you your car and stuff for what you told her it was worth, because you could be in big trouble.
You know, having a racing team, it doesn't matter if you're in a sport compact or if you're in a late model. You have to run these teams on dirt like a full-blown business. You have cut-right service. You know, I help run Joe's Karting. And we have overhead and expenses and stuff that we have to watch on each one of our respective businesses, but you have to run that dirt team just like that. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you must be rich, or you must be really loaded. You've got dirt cars. I'm like, no, that's your first sign that we're way in debt. You know? And trust me, I'm way in debt.
Yeah,
but it does bring what you put into it. You get out of dirt racing what you put into it.
Sure, like I said, none of us do it to make money. We do it because we love it. It's like, say, dirt track families or family. You know, you can go to people's pits if you need something, and even if you don't know them, usually it's like, yeah, sure, take it. It's in the trailer. You have no idea. You know, you're just looking for a welder or a socket or something, some special thing that you forgot to bring or whatever, and people are more than willing to bend over backwards and help you. I mean, even like Ron Sarderson at the parts trailer, just settle up with me later. I know you're in a hurry. You know, you don't even look at the price tag. You just know I need a control arm, you know, to get back on the track. You don't look at the price tag until you go to pay the bill, you know.
Yeah.
And it's one of those. It's just one of those.
I don't think you want to look at the price tag because you don't want to know. At that moment, it's like, you know you need it, but you don't want to know what it costs to put it on. You're like, just hit me later. It's like prolonging the inevitable. It's like your daddy taking the big old belt out and giving you a butt whooping. You know it's coming, you know it's going to hurt, but you don't really want to think about it until it happens.
That's true, you know, and it's, like I said, we don't do it to get rich. We do it because we love to do it. So, you know.
But also, if you were to go one step farther, I would say dirt track racing isn't, you know, a lot of people that don't know, how do I want to word this? A lot of people think this is just a hobby. And it is in some ways. But I don't think it's a hobby. I think it's a lifestyle.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you want a hobby, that means when you get done at Cut-Right, you go grab the fishing poles and you go and sit on a riverbank like I do and you fish. Or you want a hobby, you go out and, well, okay, bad example, but I was going to use your hunting. You hunt just as much as you love to race. Mm-hmm. If you weren't racing, I think you would literally become part of the tree. You would be like the deer's next mating thing. Can you imagine Jack Crawl Orange? So, with that being said, you know, hunting is a lifestyle for you. It's not a mere hobby. And I don't know of a dirt track racer that doesn't pour their heart and soul into what we do. You know, the cost is there. The cost is so exuberant. If you're not willing to go all the way, because
and those people,
then you don't need to be in the sport because it's too expensive to yakker around with.
And you know, you see it all the time. You see it every year. There's people that they go out and buy a car they've never raced, and then they wreck it, and then you don't see them again because they can't afford to put it back together. You know, or you'll see them 6-8 weeks down the road with a duct tape and baling wire together just to get it back on the track. You know, it is expensive and it is a labor of love, and you're never going to get back what you put into it except for experiences and friendships and things like that, which are far more important to money. So
far more important.
So with that all said, you know, pretty much the cost of racing is equaled out by the friendships and the relationships you make on and off the track with other people.
Tell you what, speaking of cost of racing and how expensive it is, we're broke, so let's go see one of our fancy sponsors that help with the show, and we'll be right back here on Slingin Dirt TV.
Hey, this is Josh Blover, driver of the 21 Modified, watching Slingin Dirt TV.
Hey, welcome back to Slingin Dirt TV. We got a great interview this week with Sean Manning.
He's a different character.
He is.
The one thing I know about Sean Manning is he's a retired Golden Gloves boxer, I believe. I say retired. I don't know if he's truly retired, but he doesn't do it anymore. I wouldn't want to mess with him. And you sure as hell don't want to mess with his fiance or girlfriend.
No.
No.
Not a good thing.
Sean, we love you, bro, but we think Amanda wears a pants in the family, so we've renamed you Sean Riley.
That's right.
Sean Riley.
When you guys get married, you're gonna have to take her name because
Yep.
I think she can take your ass any day.
Yeah. I don't care how many Golden Gloves you have. So without further ado, here's the interview with the driver of the 52, Sean Manning.
Hey, welcome back to Slingin Dirt. Of course, we got JP3, the world's slowest, whatever you want to call him, racer.
Office
Me,
chair
Buddy
driver.
Ray. Office chair. You wish you had an office chair. You know, some people say I ride the short bus. Well, I downgraded. I got the short bike. I mean, this is probably faster than my B-Mod. But then again,
That's true.
you know,
Speaking of fast,
speaking of fast, we got Sean Manning right here. Sean, how's it going?
Pretty good. Hanging in there.
Hanging in there. Now, for those of you that don't know Sean Manning, if you go to our Slingin Dirt TV Facebook page, you will find his tech tip of the week with a stainless steel body on a modified. How does that work out for you?
I was guaranteed to get you smacked.
but the stainless steel body or the tech tip?
Yeah, well, the tech tip.
The tech tip.
Yeah.
So,
I'll pay for it later, don't worry.
you know, let's get right into it. You've been racing Eagle Raceway. You go to Boone Super Nationals every year. What's 2015 looking like for you?
Having fun.
Having fun?
Yeah.
You gonna
No
race
plans.
Eagle weekly again?
Yeah, probably.
You gonna go to any other
Excited.
shows? I-80, Beatrice.
Basically, wherever I feel like going that night, is probably where I'll go.
So you've come
If I
down
got
to the
gears.
quit the points racing, and now you're fun racing, just like I did.
I've never points race. I always just fun race.
Yeah.
I don't care about points.
Then how do you end up ahead of me in points every year?
Before you finish, Jack.
Thank
There
you.
you have it.
There
Another-
you go.
Another tech tip of the week.
I mean, I'm slow, and I finish better than
Had
Jack.
to throw that in there.
Man, I am not coming to this shop anymore. I just get beat up every time I get over here.
Yep.
It happens.
Well, you
It's
know,
rough.
maybe Sean's jealous because you're rocking the mullet, and he's looking like the second cousin to Mr. Clean.
Yeah, I'm starting to lose it. Kids and old lady. And
Oh,
man,
yeah. Yep.
got gray hair, no hair.
Gray hair, no hair.
It's going away.
It
Yeah.
depends on which hair's turning gray. So, racing Eagle Raceway, what is it that you like about that track? Because you've raced there a long
Fast
time.
and fun,
Fast and fun.
exciting. Cars are always together.
Until goobers door check you or
Yeah.
spin you.
Till you get buddy rayed a few times. that
Yeah,
kinda
that's been known to
makes you
happen.
guy mad. Yeah. Yeah, I've been buddy rayed quite a few times.
You know, I still have a perfect imprint of that steering wheel in my nose piece. We actually
Oh,
still
yeah.
have that nose piece. And actually, in the new trailer, we took the old sign from your buddy Josh
I wrote
Willis.
ya.
Well, no, the one that, that you wrote me. Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually put that in our new trailer.
All right.
Yep. So you still got my autograph in your
I
trailer?
still got. Yep. I still
There
got
you
it.
go. I just decreased the value of your trailer by at least $1,000.
Oh, it'll come out.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I just
yep.
never knew when I'd need an extra tear off.
Yep.
Might just wipe it off and reuse it.
So, I see over here in the corner, which you folks can't see on the camera, Mr. Sean Manning here got a big time killer mod motor.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever think about going back to A-Mods, running a couple shows?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time?
I always think about it.
Why don't you?
I already have what I have.
Well, yeah, but you already had the A-Mod stuff before you had the B-Mod stuff. And if
It's
you go by
old.
that logic,
It's old. Yeah.
it's old.
I have what I have. Yeah.
Well, look
This
at
is
the
pretty
cars
fun
that we
stuff.
have. They're old and they're still fast. I've beat you a couple times.
I don't know. What?
Sean, he thinks he's beating everybody. Trust
Okay,
me.
I was gonna say. Wait a minute.
Well,
I never showed up to that race.
Oh, okay. I guess you got.
I don't race at those tracks.
Yeah,
Car counts 4, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Car counts 4. So, how long you been racing now?
Oh boy, probably 12 years or so.
12 years. How'd you get
I
into
think
racing?
so. Was helping a buddy and then decided to buy my own car and try it. And like everybody else does, get into it and go.
I figured Amanda Riley scared the hell out of you in a pickup or a car going down the highway and figured you could go faster, so you had to show her up and get a mod.
Heck no, I've always raced mods. From day one.
From day one.
Yeah.
Now, Amanda, she's not running this year, correct?
Nope.
And why is that, Sean Manning?
Yeah.
We needed about 8 more months to finish her car.
Good answer.
8 months? Is she pregnant? Well, 8 months, 9 months? You need 8 months to finish a car.
Yeah.
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 So there's going to be another racer running around the shop
Oh yeah,
eventually.
of course.
I see you got all kinds of go-karts, so apparently you have children that race too.
Yeah, I've got 2 daughters, and then one of their cousins just bought this cart over here. And he's gonna start racing this year. It'll be his first year. So we'll have 3
So where
of
do you
them.
find time to do all that?
I don't sleep.
Yeah, I asked Amanda when we showed up here at 2 Minute Shop, I go, what's Sean up to? I don't know, he's out there doing something or other. So I figure you're working on your, stainless steel body. Hey, Amana, Kenmore, Frigidaire, if you're looking for a great racer to sponsor, right here.
There it is.
I mean,
Absolutely.
how many
I agree with that.
refrigerator door panels did you have to take?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stoves and
Lot-
refrigerators
yeah.
right there.
So I'm telling you right there, best racer you could sponsor
free.
right here.
That's it.
I can just see it now. Stain
Always
Caesar
use
Eagle
them.
Raceway.
Could always use an extra mud scraper.
Yep, there you go. Stainless steel.
Got some glass cleaner. Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. So, how long do you think you're going to stay in racing?
Probably till I'm dead.
Till you're dead?
Yeah.
Well, could that be at the end of this year with the stainless steel body and Amanda Riley?
It might be after the
After this
YouTube
video,
post, Facebook post. It might
there's
be
a pretty good
next
chance
week.
I might be retired.
You might be retired. You think you'll ever help Amanda get into a B mod,
Yeah.
sport mod?
Yeah.
Talked
next
about
year,
it.
If she wants to, yeah.
Has she talked about moving up?
A little bit. She's gonna do the hobby stock thing first. She's scared of trying a rear-wheel drive car. She doesn't know what to expect.
Well, what do you think a hobby stock is? A rear-wheel drive car?
Well, that's why she's trying it.
Well, why don't you put her in?
In 8 months.
Does she ever
Maybe
hot lap
next
this
year.
or anything? You ever let her hot lap it or
Yeah.
practice?
What'd she think of the mod when she hot lapped it?
Well, unfortunately, she's a female, but the equivalent would be she would have had a boner.
I could go there in so many different directions, but we won't. If we're trying to keep this a family-rated
She
show.
don't, she don't have the parts, but
She don't
if
have the
did,
parts.
Would have been stuck in the wheel like everybody else is. First time they drive one.
Yep. So you're just doing Eagle this year? You're gonna go to Super Nationals again?
Oh yeah, never miss it.
Yeah. You always want to look up the 52 Sport Mod at Boone. Never a dull moment with you
Never,
guys.
never.
So I'm curious. I know we've talked about this in the past. Here, about 4 years ago at Boone, you had a motorized couch.
yeah,
You still have that?
no,
What happened to the
that's a
motorized?
long time. 4 years is a long time ago. Something like that don't last.
Oh,
So in other words, you sold it for a case of beer.
They made it to the burn pile.
it made it to the burn pile.
Anything we don't want to take anything back with us. It all goes in the burn pile at the end of the week.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that because I heard about, there's this one guy driving around on a motorized couch. And I'm like, what do you mean a couch? It's like an 8-foot couch with a motor, and he's driving around on it. I never got to see pictures of that thing.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you guys are pretty popular with that couch. Did it actually have enough power to pull everybody?
Oh yeah. Would I build anything without power?
That's true.
Dumb question.
Dumb.
Next.
Yeah. The problem is, if you got all this power, where's all the W's at?
Worthless.
Worthless.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's overrated.
That's wishes. My W's are wishes.
Yeah, there you go. I got lots of wishes.
Yeah.
So, well, it's good seeing you. I didn't expect to see you guys or see you here when we showed up.
Well,
but
yeah.
wanted
Thanks for
to
bringing
catch
your
up.
truck in. We're really you're gonna pay for that.
Yeah, make sure you charge him extra for all this nice commentary he's been giving you.
Absolutely. I'm
Yep.
gonna get paid one way or the other.
So
I forgot to tell him he's walking home too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the
He's
new
got the
racers.
bike.
Well, yeah, don't take my short bike from me. I mean,
Unless
this
you're
thing's
right
got,
home, buddy.
Yeah. I wonder if I can actually pedal this around the shop.
I can.
Can you really?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna show you. Need to air the tires though.
Yeah. New racers coming out to Eagle Raceway in the sport mods. There's going to be quite a few of them this year. Give them a big piece of advice.
Big piece of advice. tell them.
You don't
Start in the
I
back.
don't want to tell them.
Start in the back where you're not going to get punished.
I buy 10 front bumpers,
Yeah.
no rear bumpers, so
10
I like
front
to
bumpers.
use them. That's my advice.
Well, there you go.
Lots of bumpers.
Lots of bumpers. Sean Manning, driver of the 52 Sport Mod out at Eagle Raceway. Catch him there. Catch him at Boone Super Nationals. You'll be at I-80 for a couple times. I think you
Oh,
go to
yeah.
the Classic. Are you going to the Bug Eater Bash?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know. I'll go watch. Our kids race Friday nights too. So
Okay. Are
we'll
you
be there
gonna?
every Friday anyway?
You going to the Icebreaker at Eagle?
Yeah.
There you go. Hopefully this video makes it on Slingin' Dirt before the Icebreaker. If not, he was there. So if it's on Slingin' Dirt before the Icebreaker, go to the Icebreaker and catch up with them. And Amanda Riley, promise you won't be disappointed. It's a great time. We'll be right back here on Slingin' Dirt.
Wow, Sean Manning, or as we call him, Sean Riley. You know, Sean, as you're watching this, let us know in about 4 months down the road how the whole stainless steel body
Polishing thing, yeah.
yeah, how that works for you, because my wife says it sure as hell ain't gonna work at home with her, so.
No, mine neither. She made me buy a black refrigerator.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that mean you just gotta get black skin on the car?
No, that won't happen.
You know, it's funny, we're talking about cost at the beginning of the show, and Sean Manning was in A-Mods.
Mhm.
Well, now he's down in the Sport Mods.
Right.
And he did that because of the cost.
Sure.
You know, and he ain't out there trying to get rich off racing. I mean, nobody's ever going to get rich off racing. But he did what he had to do to be able to afford, or to be able to afford to keep racing.
Right.
You know, like he said in the interview, he wanted to go A-Mod. He's got the stuff to go A-Mod, but man, you look at today's A-Mods, they're quite a bit different than what they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
I mean, even the sport mods have changed in 5 years, just in the technology that's come out, things like that. But you know what, Sean is a good driver.
Yeah, he's a good
and
driver.
he's a clean driver.
He was really fast at Eagle
Yeah, he's-
practice. In fact, funniest thing I heard from a driver this year so far. Sean said he made the drop at the Icebreaker at Eagle. Now this is on the Saturday night portion. He makes the redraw, and they're trying to work on the bumper or something on the front end of the car. So everybody else goes up and they redraw for the feature. He was the only one that did not go up and draw for the feature. Now he's still in the redraw, but it seems how he was the only one that didn't redraw. There was only one chip left. What do you suppose that chip number was?
Probably number one.
It was number one.
I mean, it happens.
It-
I
it-
don't know. Some people have
He
luck.
was laughing. He was like, you know what? Maybe if I make the redraw ever again, I just won't go. He's like, because so far I'm 1-0 drawing for the pole on being absent at the redraw.
Well, and you know, things like that happen with Sean. He is just a happy-go-lucky guy. He's a joy to be
Yeah.
around the track. I've spent many years racing with him and Amanda out at Eagle, and they're just great people, you know. So if you're out at Eagle, stop by and see Sean Riley, Slant Bar Manning, and stop by and say hi and give him a little racing love.
All right, so without further ado,
Let's go have a word with our fine sponsors.
I'm Josh Mose from Edge Chassis. Everybody needs to get to Joe's Karting. Give Buddy Ray something to do. I'm busy here at work. He needs something to do. You're watching Slingin' Dirt.
hey everybody, welcome back to Slingin' Dirt TV. It's that time. It's the Fan of the Week time. Wow,
Fastball.
they're getting faster. Hey, for the guy behind the camera, slow down. He's not used to dealing with things that move that fast.
Yeah.
You gotta see him on the track.
Yeah.
So
Well,
anyways,
but if you want to talk about fast, this is one of them fast.
yeah, that's very, very fast. That's a
Dylan Smith.
Dylan Smith, the Osceola Rocket.
So, anyways, Dylan Smith T-shirt and some other racing swag.
Yep.
To who?
We have Brandon Bribey. I actually know this guy, so I can say this. So, Brandon Bribey. So that sounds like a drunk Irish name. Brandon Bribey.
It sounds like your car normally.
Well, yeah, that could be too. So Brandon's favorite track to go to is I-80 Speedway out here, west of Omaha. And he's actually got a really, really good question. What do you think the single greatest challenge facing motorsports is today?
That's pretty easy. It's cost.
We've been talking about we've been talking the whole show.
Yeah,
cost.
Cost is a big thing.
Cost is a big thing. And I was thinking about this last night before I went to bed because I really like this question. Another thing that I think is actually challenging motorsports, now maybe not at the even at the top level with your Cub, Xfinity, and Camping World Truck Series levels, you know, cost is a major part of that. But when you get down to the dirt track, and I've heard a lot of people grumbling about this, is there too many classes in dirt track racing? I've seen some tracks run 7 classes in a night. You know, and so everybody's talking about, well, the car counts are dropping, the crowds are dropping. You know, you used to see 5,000 people in stands, you might see 1,000 now. You used to see 50 modifieds, but you only see 20 now.
Well, and part of that is too is you got different governing bodies. You know, you got NASCAR, you got IMCA, and they promote different kinds of cars to get different cars to their tracks.
Yeah, but I don't think that really hinders it because
in some classes it doesn't.
Give me an example.
Like say hobby stocks. Now IMCA hobby stocks, but like NASCAR runs what do they call sportsmen or
well they have no NASCAR.
They have 2 different classes.
No, NASCAR. In IMCA, you have a very specific style of car.
Right. Your
hobby, your stock car, late model, whatever. In NASCAR, they don't. They do, but at our level, like at IE Speedway, Adams County Speedway, Junction Motor Speedway, they have late models, B mods, A mods, hobby stocks.
Right.
And a lot of times
sport compacts,
and they'll just follow IMCA rules. So it's not as definitive as IMCA. They can custom tailor their rules. But so to me, I don't think that really inhibits racing. I don't think that hurts racing. What I think hurts racing is, in fact, years ago, I'm up at Blackbird Bend Speedway, and the track announcer, I can't remember his name now, but he goes, in the state of Iowa, if you toss up a softball and then let it land, point in any direction 100 yards, you've got a racetrack. So are we over diluting the state with number of racetracks? But then when you go to those racetracks, you got too many classes. If you were to take, Eagle Raceway, for example, we've got, 5, 6 classes?
Yeah, 5.
We have 5 classes. If you were to knock that down to 3 or 4 classes, would you see the car counts go up? And
they don't have a problem with car counts.
No, they don't have a problem with
their car counts are too high, which is, to me, is not a good thing, but
right.
You know, it's but that is also the difference between having a NASCAR track and an IMCA track 50 miles apart, because one runs on one night, different set of rules, the other one runs on a different night, different set of rules, although they are similar.
Now your rules, now you bring up the rules. So in my opinion, I think the state of Iowa is over diluted with tracks. I think certain tracks can run too many classes, and when you draw, if you have a fan base of 1,000 people, you have to find your show within that 1,000 people. And I'm not saying they're hurting by no means whatsoever, but let's take Crawford County Speedway as an example. Crawford County Speedway, right around Denison area, let's say they have 5,000 people. Well, you know that for so many per capita, you might have a late model or modified in there. But you're trying to make too many classes in the same pond full of water.
And that makes sense, and I totally agree with that. I mean, like in your area of Iowa over here, I mean, you've got 3 tracks within 60 miles of each other.
We've got Corning, we've got Denison, we got Harlan, we got Raceway Park. Soon to be Blackbird Bend Speedway is supposed to be open. We got Park Jefferson. I mean, the whole western side of Iowa looks like the hand of God peppered the state with racetracks.
And then on the other hand, you go across the river and you've got basically I-80, Eagle, Beatrice, and then further out you can go to McCool and 30
and all that.
You know, but yes, you can dilute tracks, but you know the thing is how far do you want to haul? You know, and it all still comes back to what we're talking about. The question, you know, it's all cost.
It's all cost.
Are you going to haul to your little local track and run your little local track and run whatever classes they have, or are you going to you know, be a Chris Abelson and haul your stuff all over the country and race because you can afford it, and it's all what you can afford. So
You know, and honestly, one of the biggest things cost-wise hurting the sport, and it's not the promoters, it's not the drivers. I've talked to a lot of teams over the last 3-4 years, Jack, about this. It's simply the cost of fuel to get there and back.
that too, but
You
fuel
know,
costs have actually come down now.
They've come down, but I remember racing back. You were in the Coast Guard, I believe, up in Michigan, but back in the mid-90s when we were racing, gas was $1.25 a gallon. Boy, wouldn't we all like to have that back? But you know, gas is at $1.25 a gallon. Diesel, I think, was pushing maybe $2 a gallon, if that.
Oh, sure. I
And
mean,
now we're still at $2.50, $2.75. Yeah, it's come down. But when you start looking at these great big toters and stackers and these pickups and stuff like that, that's a huge part of our bill.
yeah, you throw that on top of pit passes and your crew and
Yeah,
parts,
you know,
and yeah, it's
pit passes are going up.
They're always
You
going
mentioned-
up.
Yeah, pit passes are going
the
up.
purses never go up.
The
The
purses-
pit passes do.
You know, and we were talking about that, but it all comes full circle back to what we were just talking the whole show. It's the cost of racing.
Right. And
Which
it costs
yeah.
the promoters to put on the show, the insurance, the vendors, the taxes, the things that we've talked about. So basically, to answer your question, it's the cost.
It's the cost. Brandon, thanks for the question. Your stuff will be sent to you ASAP. We're going to go back and we're going to see one of our two lovely sponsors. Speaking of which, if you want to sponsor a great show, get a hold of us here at Slingin Dirt TV, and we would love to hook up and make some traction with you. So we'll be right back here on Slingin Dirt.
I'm Jared Hansen, driver of the I'm Saved Modified number 823, and you're watching Slingin Dirt with Buddy Ray and Mullethead.
Joe's Karting is the Metro's fastest indoor karting facility. Come to Joe's to experience speed, join the competition, and ride the fastest indoor track around. Our professionally designed indoor karting track is perfect for arrive and drive racing, race classes, and racing competitions. We offer affordable pricing options, membership packages, event outings, and so much more. Stop in today to get registered for your next race, and don't forget to like us on Facebook for deals, giveaways, and more. Visit us online at joeskarting.com.
All right, welcome back to Slingin Dirt TV. It's time for this week's tech tip. This is something that's interesting, Jack. A lot of people know about this. A lot of people don't, and this is why we do the tech tips in the first place. Every year there's a lot of people, whether you're in a modified, a late model, a hobby stock, or even a sport compact. You're young, you're inexperienced, you're green. We're just bringing some little things that we've noticed from time to time, and this week on the tech tips, we thought it'd be kind of interesting to talk about lubrication. This could go so wrong in so many ways.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought about is our Friday staff meeting with my buddy John. Naked Twister.
Only you would think naked twister with another guy in the room, not me. So, but anyways, all right, what we got here, we got a can of WD-40, a spray bottle, and then we have some just regular cheapy old baby oil. In racing, now obviously we're all on dirt. If you've been to some of the tracks early this season on the practice and a couple of the weekly shows, you've noticed that these great big massive chunks of mud are flying up into the car. Well, when they fly into the car, they fly into the car and they stick to the car.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I've actually weighed my sport mod after a heavy nitro racing, just out of pure curiosity. We didn't scrape no mud. This is about 3 years ago. Scraped no mud. Take a wild guess how much mud was caked into my car.
Oh, I'm gonna guess 25, 30 pounds probably.
Go up.
Oh, more than that?
Tenfold. Try 350 pounds. Because when on the rear deck, when the tires are spinning, all that mud's going up into the rear filler panel. It's all over the back of the cage, the front of the toolbox, or not the toolbox, but the front of the fuel cell.
And your filler panel.
And then right where the doors come down, and then on the inside of the doors, all that was caked. The front cross member was caked. There was mud. I mean, it was a heavy, heavy track. I can't remember if it was Eagle or ID. It was one of the two. I knew I didn't have the car to win. Normally I don't.
Big surprise.
Well, at least I finished the night.
Yeah.
So anyways, I told him, just out of curiosity, I want to see how much mud that we can pack into a car. Now, I didn't go out of my way. I just ran like I normally do. And we weighed it, and it was like 350 250 to 350 pounds, somewhere in there. I can't remember the exact number, but it was several hundred pounds. So what we do on these cars, we'll take, you know, a lot of times guys will take WD-40 and they're going to spray the noses down, they're going to spray the doors down, and this lubricates the bodies so that when the mud hits it, it just falls right off. Now you might get a little bit of residue, but for the most part, anything with any weight is just going to fall right off.
And it makes it a lot easier when you come in, say, from your heat race. I mean, you always see guys grabbing scrapers. And it doesn't matter what class you're in, everybody's scraping mud off the car to get that weight off the car. So, you know, doing this stuff is just promoting, you know, a car that's going to be cleaner when you get back in, and it helps your crew out, and it keeps your car at a constant weight so your setup's not changing all the time.
Yeah. Now, there's another product, and I don't have it, otherwise it'd be on the table. There's another product called Mud Off. Mud Off works just like this. You'll see the guys with these little pressurized buckets, and they're spraying the cars down. It looks kind of whitish in a way.
Yeah. Looks like Armor All.
Yep, looks like Armor All. So they're sitting there spraying the car down. They'll wipe it down. But what I have found, you get out here in the middle of the year when it's 95 to 100 degrees, and this Mud Off can almost evaporate. The WD-40, what I have found, when I use WD-40 a lot, or like a PB Blaster or some kind of a penetrating lubricant, it can actually work into the decal. Yeah. And what happens is the decal will simply start going away from the car, and this is what you get.
And your wrap guy will not refund your money.
No, don't even complain to him or whatnot, because he'll know exactly what you're doing.
Right.
In my experience, I've tried the WD-40, I've tried the Mud Off. My favorite through and through by far is baby oil. It makes the car shine, it makes the car look good. The women want to see the car because the car smells pretty.
It does.
It does.
It smells like a baby's ass.
Yep. So, and the one thing I've noticed is it doesn't, to me, the baby oil doesn't work into the decals. Anything will after a while, but not as fast as a WD-40
no, and
or
the thing
PB
is,
Blaster.
I mean, if this is safe enough to put on your little kid's butt, it's probably safe enough to put on your decals. And a lot of times you can take this, if you know, you don't have to buy a pressure pot. If you have an old, you know, bug sprayer
right here,
or a spray
this
bottle.
This is why I brought it. You put this in here and you just spray it on the car.
You can do it that way. I've seen guys use the bug sprayers or whatever. Just get one of those small little ortho sprayers. You put some baby oil and some water in there and mist her up.
Now, so you use baby oil plus water. I go straight baby oil. I put, now to me, and we were talking about this, he'll actually use, you should be washing the car after every race weekend, regardless, no excuse. Wash the car. You tend to use
Dawn dish soap.
Dawn dish soap, and it'll wash all the oil off the car. I just use a 2500 PSI pressure washer, and it blasts oil, dirt, and everything, minus the decals, off the car. So I have no problem. One bottle, this is a 14-ounce bottle. I got it from a Family Dollar, and this bottle right here will last me 2-3 nights. But you don't need to do the whole car either with it. It's just the bottom of the car and the undersides. Any place
where your mud accumulates.
Yes, you just do it right there. And trust me, the first time you use baby oil, your pit crew will never want to go with you to the track unless you got a bottle of baby oil. So always keep baby oil in a spray bottle in your trailer.
Yep, it's a good product to use. It's cheap, and it's just another way to cut corners. So there you go, folks. It's our tech tip of the week.
Baby oil. We'll be right back here on Slingin' Dirt TV.
Would you like to see your ad right here on Slingin' Dirt TV? You need money, we need money. So if you want to sponsor an ad on Slingin' Dirt TV,
email me at buddyj@joeskarting.com. It's BUDDY, letter J, at joeskarting.com, karting with a K. Gain some traction, become a winner by putting your sponsorship right here. Welcome back to Slingin' Dirt TV. Now that we've got, Naked Twister baby oil out of Jack Prall's system here, it's time to go talk to a real man. That's right, we got the one and only Songer Says. So, without further ado, here's Jamie Songer and all of his infinite wisdom.
Warning, the related content may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, so let's talk about coming screaming in off the track after you spin out or get spun out or something breaks. Hey, dummy, I got news for you. Nobody in them pits had anything to do with what happened to you on the track. So you throwing rocks at them or almost running their 5-year-old kid over or whatever, almost running into a trailer, it ain't doing no good. They didn't spin you out. They didn't break your part. They didn't black flag you. If you got a problem with the race car driver, calmly take a couple deep breaths, follow my 30-minute rule. You can't talk to him for 30 minutes. Come into the pits, be calm, stay mad if you want. I don't care if you stay mad for all 30 minutes, and then go knock the holy living crap out of him. I don't care. Or go punch whoever you want to punch. It doesn't matter to me. But don't come in risking everybody's life, trailers, cars, everything else. Because, hey, if you spun out, number one, you're probably not the greatest driver. Number two, there's probably something wrong with your car. So you come flying around the corner in the pits, you're either gonna hit somebody's car, somebody's trailer, or hell, maybe your own wife, which maybe that's what you're trying to do. I don't know. But I'm all for excitement. I mean, you know, we'll throw in a little internet tough guy on this one, because it's kind of like the same thing as the guy who comes peeling in, you know, the pits, and he's going to show everybody that, what, he's a dumbass. I love internet tough guys. I love it. If you've seen the Josh Neer video, that stuff is funny. That guy ran his mouth, got his ass whooped. But those internet tough guys, they make the racing exciting. If you're putting down, let's say, a guy who wins all the time, you're constantly just ripping on him. What a piece of crap he is. He's always in the way. He cheats. He does this. That's great. Get in a big argument on the internet. But don't be a crybaby press charges bitch when he comes up and jacks you in the mouth at the racetrack. You had it coming. You thought you were tough. You weren't. Or maybe you'll whoop his ass. I don't know. But don't sit there and be a bitch. If you're gonna run your mouth, you can still be a bitch, just take your beating. I mean, that's all there is to it. I ran my mouth plenty of times. Probably deserve to get my ass beat more times than I have. And I ain't no pussy ass bitch, go cry to somebody or try and press charges. Hell, I got in a big fight with a certain family one time. Now we're buddies. And I got news for you. I hate to admit it, but their old man whooped my ass. So, you know, but we're friends now, we get along. Of course, Songer, he freaking always starts off being enemies with somebody and then they're best friends. But don't be running your mouth or doing something and then not expect it to come back and bite you in the ass somewhere, or then when it does, think that it's their fault. You ran your mouth. You chose to stand up and say what you thought. So stand up. Stand up for what you believe in. Take a shot, give a shot, I don't care. But we need internet tough guys, because that makes the week during the week when we're not racing interesting. It gives us something to watch. I love racing. I love every last part of it. I love the drama. I even love the drama. The crybaby, oh, this guy's friends with that guy, and this guy sponsored that guy, and this guy got it. I love all that shit. That drama's funny shit, because it shows what a bunch of bitches certain people are. And I love the arguments, and I love the racing, and I love the anger, and I love the friendships, and I love the sharing. I love it all. Every last bit of it makes it what it is, including the internet tough guy that's always on the internet talking. I even love the guy who comes flying through the pits after he spins out because he's pissed. He makes it interesting because we all know he's a little bitch. I'm getting so wound up, I'm coughing now. But I mean, it's all part of it. So let's all have fun, enjoy it, and when things happen because you created it, don't be a bitch and cry about it.
Enough said.
Yeah. Well, I'm completely flustered over here. I mean, you got a man's man, Jamie Sauter, and I've got some disturbing images of you and your buddy John playing Naked Twister, slathering.
Oh, I didn't tell you our wives are involved here.
Oh, I tell you what, we'll be back next week here on Slingin' Dirt.